gotta put in that work, dog. I put the kingdom first. I know that you gotta wait for your turn sometimes to build something really sustainable.
Now we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Tonight we finish off Week 6 with a good Monday nighter between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Minnesota Vikings. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Out of his end zone, here comes Jalen Reagor. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Escaping the pressure right. And his first pass is incomplete.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
This is taken around the 12. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
This defense for the Vikings, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders.
Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Right back to Sanders on first down. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Slot man moves right. On the counter now, it's Sanders. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And that's a gain of 6 on the first down run.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Another run with Sanders. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown.
Miles Sanders with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And Rager will not return it, so it'll come out to the 25 on the touchback.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Give to Cook out of the gun. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down the defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
And this is caught. It's Brown. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
A.J. Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
On second down, it's Cook again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. They'll drop to throw. Hearns brings it in. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
They'll run for it. Cook. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. He needed less than a foot. He didn't get a whole lot more than that, but he did get the first down.
Well, he and his offensive line created enough push where if he was able to just fall forward as he was able to there, that would pick up the first down. As you noted, didn't need a whole lot, didn't get much more than that.
Back to throw now on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards for number 11.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 5. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 29-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Completes it to Hearns. And out of bounds right around the 20. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
The Vikings hit a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they've come in on a nice run of recent form. 4 wins out of 5.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now first and goal.
Watch out now. 52.
They'll run with Cook. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Here is Cook on 3rd and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal.
This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on.
And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Vikings' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll make our score 14-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
They'll go again with Sanders. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
51 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
19 tight.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts.
Looking deep downfield. And this is caught. Touchdown. A big play there. 43 yards.
And the Eagles go up by 2 touchdowns.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Again, it's Cook. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the RPO, he completes it. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, they're going to go with the option.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it. Most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
2nd and 6. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. They'll set up a throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently. And this is a commentary in today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on them, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. They go play action with Hurts.
Eluding the...
Hurts fumbles it.
And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
Flushed out right. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway.
And the half will begin with a touchback.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Second half will start with a run by Sanders. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Another run here with Sanders. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Hurts sets up to throw it.
Being chased out left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out, and now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half. I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by James Bradbury.
And the Eagles are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. I guess we're at the point of the game where they do need to open up the playbook a little bit, start to take some chances down the field, but that one did not go as planned.
Yeah, these guys need something good to go their way, and they took an opportunity to take that shot there. But obviously that's not going to help. A tough play for them as they're trying to make their way back.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. In motion left comes Brown.
Throwing is Hurts. Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense.
It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hurts.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sanders. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
They go back to the ground with Sanders. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Hurts going to keep it running right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 90 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Come on. Hey, pass the street.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
They'll try to fight him for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Elliott on for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On play action, they'll throw. Buying time to his left. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And they move this all the way down to the 9. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Davis. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Right?
They'll set up to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Gano the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run with Sanders. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
118 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Here's Hurts to throw.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Bryce Callahan.
And the Vikings are right back in this football game. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown out a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
Dancing to his left. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Back to throw here.
Airing it out for Hearns.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. 74 yards.
And the Vikings have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Extra point try good by Gano. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Sanders. And a scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Another run with Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
140 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll run. It's Sanders. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter. Do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
An option handoff given to Sanders.
And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the fourth quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight.
But that won't help at all as he's down at the 4-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw.
That's complete. It's Cook.
And they'll get him down right around the 11-yard line. Back to throw. This is caught by Hearns. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have as well as the understand where they are on the field?
He's back to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. And Charles, in this one, the fourth quarter became a lot more interesting, I know, than I anticipated. Probably you anticipated. A comeback bid falling just a little bit short.
You're never supposed to count a team out, and I know we didn't on air, but mentally, I just didn't see this type of a comeback, especially one that put them in a position to put the real pressure on them down the stretch.
So for the Eagles, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1.